Hey, what's up, y'all? What y'all doing? I just want to ask a question to the Democrats because they be under my comments talking about Trump this and Trump that, but I have a serious question for you guys. When you take away all the hate that you have for Donald Trump, what is you guys' message? What is y'all standing on? What cause are y'all fighting for? Because at this time, I don't see one. Y'all message and your hate for Trump got blurred and it got intertwined with each other to the point where I don't even know what's y'all policies anymore. Only thing I know is free healthcare, free this, free that for everybody. But you haven't even told us how you gonna pay for it. Then you fools talking about, oh, we care for the American people's safety. But get mad when we try to convict criminals and put them in jail and deport people back to where the they came from. Y'all get mad. Then y'all want to say that y'all want to cure racism, but paying organizations to amp up racism. I'll say y'all want to lower taxes for Americans, but y'all let people come in America to fraud the hell out of us and steal billions. What is y'all message at this point? Because I don't get it. Maybe it's just me. Is it y'all like, can somebody help me? Like, what is y'all policies? What is your message for America if y'all got back in office? Please tell me. At this point, y'all might as well become Republicans, okay? Because y'all got Trump more in y'all mouth than anybody else, okay? We don't even know if y'all for him or against him at this point because it seemed like he broke up with y'all and y'all pissed off or something. Y'all act like Trump was your boyfriend and he don't want you no more, so now you're pissed off. It don't even make no sense at this point. Am I living in an alternate universe? Please, somebody tell me. And the moral of the story is, you guys are the party of evilness, destruction, chaos, division. You guys are up to devious mischief. Did I say that right? Oh, hell, y'all know what the hell I mean. At this point, Democrats, y'all look like this.
Sunshine is my destroyer.
That's exactly how y'all look when y'all go home and take off y'all human mask. Just like the devil, your father.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys pulling up today. We got a heck of a compilation video pieced together. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. This sister right here was cooking. She's absolutely right. The Democrat Party, you know what? I'm gonna disagree. The Democrat Party has a plan. It's just that the plan is so wicked, it's so evil, it's so demonic that they can't share the plan with their voters. Because if they were to do it, most of the voters would run away. They would flee from it. So they would rather you believe that they have no plan than have to actually stand on the wicked plan that they have in play for us. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
This administration has somewhat highlighted, a lot of conversation around vaccinations, around taking dye out of
MAGA,
food.
Make America Healthy Again.
Right. So I would like to see the Democrats now actually kind of co-opt that conversation, right? I have three young kids. I have a 5-year-old son, a 5-year-old daughter, 2-year-old daughter, and a 5-month-old son, right? My wife breastfeeds, right? So those kind of things, that health conversation is real important for our household and my friends as well. So I just would like to see Democrats kind of be, okay, what are we going to do now to kind of say, well, let's have the conversation, what health looks like in neighborhoods or black communities like mine that I grew up in.
So that is so fascinating because when we say healthcare, I think most people think just the cost of it. But you are into the nitty gritty because the Trump administration has gotten into the nitty gritty and you want that from your political left as well.
Well, not left. Take it easy. I'm moderate.
Well, I didn't say far left, though, but you are left of center.
And I think that conversation becomes, as Democrats, they're kind of renaming being a Democrat now, and I'm not left, right? I'm right here in the middle of a sense of being a Democrat.
Then why be a Democrat? Why not just be an independent and judge each candidate based off of their policy and their agenda and their track record? Why he don't want to be considered with the left? Just come on over here. He said you right in the middle, but you can't be in the middle. You can't be in the middle. You got to choose a side, bro. Now, obviously, historically, it sounds like this brother has voted Democrat, but he is a conservative at heart. Just going to become an independent and become an informed voter and support the candidate, not the party, the candidate that makes most sense for you and your family.
Record highs. CNN even reveals that Trump is like at record highs approval ratings with black people. Why is that? Well, just like he put on Truth Social today about Van Jones, who called him a dictator, is that Donald Trump has done more for black people, and I've been saying this since he got elected. And Donald Trump has done more for black people than any president in a recent time, and recently, especially Democrats and especially Republicans, Democrats and Republicans. Let's say that. So, you know, one of the biggest things that Trump has done for black people that doesn't get a lot of play is criminal justice reform. When he put Alice Johnson as the pardon czar and started to release black men from prison and getting black people shorter times, he did that during his first time, and he continued that during his second term, right? That was a big deal that gets no talk and no play in the black community. The fact that he released NBA Youngboy from prison, which is a big black rapper in the black community that millions of millennials look up to, right? That they're being told to hate Trump, but your hero wouldn't even be out of jail, which unfortunately is sad that he's a hero to many black because he's nothing to look up to. But he's out. Whether it was Lil Wayne, whether it was Kodak Black, whether it was so many other black people that Trump has let out of prison, right? Nobody talks about it, right? Because black people are in slavery. They're brainwashed, many of them, to Democrats. And no matter what Democrats do, they don't care what Democrats do. They're going to still vote for Democrats, just like the Southern Poverty Law Center, funding the KKK, Charlemagne. None of these people talked about it. None of these activists, Reverend Sharpton, had anything to say because they're slaves to the Democratic Party, right? So we understand. I'm a Republican because of my Christian faith, but Trump really helped me to really fight for the Republican because he has stood for the black community and black candidates and things like that. And then we also go with HBCUs, how he's funded HBCUs and how he has really put HBCUs and funding them at the forefront of his presidential administration. It's just amazing, whether it was meeting with black pastors, meeting with black leaders. I've been invited to the White House. He is a president that has put first inviting black people during Black History Month to the White House. He doesn't have to do those things, but he continues to.
Yeah. And I'm glad people are starting to see it. And the reality of it is, you can't save everybody. And I'm not expecting to save everybody. And I'm not expecting that, the pendulum to swing, 90-10 in favor of the Republican Party. What I am looking for is the pendulum to swing in the same way that every other demographic votes in this country at a, 45-55, 48-53, 47-52 manner. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. We're a split, and it can teeter, one way or another based off of the candidate, their agenda, their policies, so forth and so on. But I'm glad to see more and more brothers removing themselves from their Democratic plantation. But people need to understand that the Boule crowd, the folks that would consider themselves overseers on that plantation, their job isn't to inform you. Their job is to indoctrinate you and make sure that you stay on the plantation, even if they got to shame you, beat you, it doesn't matter. Their job, they get paid by the Democrat Party to keep you on that plantation.
Look at this.
Trump might not be an idiot, not a clown, not even reckless, but the only guy in the room who already knows how this ends. And by the end of this, you might start seeing it too. Look at what he's doing. Fighting Iran, pushing NATO, picking fights with everyone. Canada, Mexico, Europe. It looks messy. It looks stupid, like everything's falling apart, right? Good, because that's exactly how it's supposed to look. Right now, the entire world runs on Middle East oil. Japan, around 75%. India, about 60%. China, nearly half. Europe, deep in it. And most of that oil moves through one place, the Strait of Hormuz. And yeah, this isn't small. Around 20% of the world's oil flows through that one choke point. So think about this. What happens if that just stops? No warning, no backup, just gone. Prices spike, markets panic, supply chains start snapping. Countries don't just struggle, they start making desperate decisions. But here's what most people miss. Oil isn't rare, it's just controlled. The biggest reserves? Venezuela, Canada, the United States. So now think carefully. If the Middle East goes dark, where does the entire world turn? North America. And that's where it gets uncomfortable. Because who's holding US debt? China, Japan, Europe. The same countries that would suddenly need American energy just to keep running. So what do? Walk away from the dollar and lose access to energy, or stay locked in because they have no choice. And now here's the part nobody talks about. What if looking chaotic, what if looking like a clown is exactly what keeps everyone distracted? What if losing the war is how you win control? So tell me, is he just a buffoon, or are we watching the setup of the biggest economic trap ever played?
I do want to say this. I don't think this is random. I believe that our president is a pretty smart individual. A lot of the things that he had been discussing before he became president, in the early 90s, early 2000s, he's making it happen this time around. And I think he doesn't care what the critics think. He doesn't care what mainstream media thinks at this point, because he understands, hey, I got one term. My job is to save the country. And he said it himself. Hey, it's not me that they want. I'm straight. It's not me. It's you that they want, but I'm standing in the way. He said that. And when you look at this, you look at how much money, we are in debt. Everything that this man has done and implemented has been about, trying to lower that debt. They've cut, a lot of the government spending, smaller government. You take on the regime that everybody has said is a problem. And everybody has kicked the can right on down and said, you know what, not my problem. We'll let somebody deal with it, because no one wants war. No one wants, these types of conflicts. The media can't stand it because they're a bunch of bleeding heart liberals and they can't stand it. But the reality of it is somebody needed to handle the Iranian regime before they got hold of a weapon and before they decided to do the unthinkable, which is shut down and hold everybody in the world hostage. Somebody had to step in, and the president, finally, we had somebody with the testicular fortitude willing to do it, take the slings and arrows and say, you know what, y'all can say what y'all want, but this is going to work out for the American people in the long run. I truly believe it.
Honestly, after watching the State of the Union address yesterday, that put the nail in the coffin for being a Democrat. I don't care what y'all say, how y'all feel. Them people don't care about us. And they see that we're starting to realize how they don't care about us. So you know what they want? They want illegals. They need illegals to keep them in business. How you think about it? Illegals come and get more than us, and then they let them vote. So who you think they're going to vote for? Of course, they're going to vote for the people who just gave them everything.
That is the truth, man. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts on any of this? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. 50% of you guys that watch the channel, watch the show, aren't subscribed. So subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing to subscribe. But if you would like to go the extra mile, you can join the ARP family. That link's in the description box below. You can get you some ARP merch. If you'd like to support the channel, you can buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below, as well as the Cash App link. It's in the description box below as well. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Join us Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. If it's your first time in the chat, please let us know so we can properly welcome you to the show and to the channel. We'll appreciate the love. God bless each and every one of you guys. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But Thanks be to God, he gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. In the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.